Hello, my dear students. This course is an introduction to English literature. We have the second lesson today, which is about English poets from 1660 to 1798. We begin with the greatest poet of the period, who is Dryden. So most of Dryden's poetry is written in his excellent rhymed couplets, called heroic couplets. His greatest satire, Absalom and Ashtophel, he uses the Bible story as a basis on which he attacks, politicians. Another of his satires, Mac Flickno, is also an attack on a rival poet. The second greatest poet of the period is Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope wrote his greatest poem when he was young, called Essay on Criticism. It is in fact a great satire, but his delightful poem, The Rape of the Lock, that is, about a small incident, the stealing of the hair, takes a light subject and it treats it as an important. Lord Peter had cut off some hair from Miss Arabella Fermer's head, and the two families had quarreled violently. Pope tried to end the quarrel by writing this poem, describing the event as trivial. He describes it in detail, but he only made the quarrel worse. We move to another great poet, who is, Oliver Goldsmith. He is a dramatist, he is a novelist, and he is a poet. In the same meter, the same heroic meter, couplet, he used this meter to write his great poems, which deserve to be popular. These are The Traveller and The Deserted Village. It is about the Irish village, an Irish village whose people have been driven away by bigger landowners. The poem describes a life which has gone forever. Mainly this period was devoted to order, to reason, to, city life. But we have a change in attitude, which is, represented in James Thomson. Thomson, in fact, returned to nature. Thomson chose his special study, the seasons. He wrote 4 poems in blank verse: winter, summer, spring, and autumn. These poems, which were very popular, drew pictures of woods, fields, birds, deserts, and so on. We move to another poet whose desire was great for country life, for simple life, for humble life. Thomas Gray was a greater poet than these, of course. He wrote his elegy, written in a country churchyard, one of the most beautiful and famous of English poems. He describes his thoughts as he looks at the graves of indolence, laziness, country people buried near the church at Stock Box. He wonders what they might have done in the world if they had had better opportunities, but they did not go out into the grave. We move to another great poem, an artist, William Blake. Much of his poetry has hidden meanings, symbolic, that are hard to understand. He did not believe in the reality of matter or in the power of earthly rulers or in punishment after death. His best works include songs of innocence and songs of experience. The second is darker and heavier than the first, but it does contain some good poems. Finally, we must mention William Burns. Burns is a Scottish farmer. His lyrics became famous, and he wrote hundreds of songs and lyrics, and among them Mary Morrison, John Anderson, and the Banks of Doon are famous. His love songs include My Love's Like a Red, Red Rose. He had a deep understanding of animals and loved for them. Even a mouse brought a gentle poem from his pen. That's the end of the seventh chapter. It's about the English poets in the 18th century. I want you to study hard, and if you have got any questions, please let me know. And thank you very much.